Hello there! Today I want to finish my investigation in the world of Elden Ring daggers to find out which one is better. Please check the previous part if you didn't. But basically I have 6 contenders for the last test here. Let me show you them and my setup overall. Okidoki, let's begin. I use the Scorp Charm Talisman if I deal additionally fire or magic or holy moly damage. Pedazo de Alejandro to boost skill attack, Dragon Crest Great Shield to not die that fast, and Rotten Winged Sword is quite handy for non-skill attacks. I go with Black Knife Armor cause it helps to approach my enemies silently and looks cool. I cry with Tears to boost fire, magic or holy moly damage. If not, I use the one to break enemy stances easier. The second tier I cry with is to boost non-physical damage resistance. Of course, they are quite situational and depend on enemy you're trying to defeat. Okay, now top daggers in my book. Misericord has the best crit damage, scales with dex, can be infused with Ashes of War. The next goes Bloodstained Dagger, scales with strength, can be infused with Ashes of War and causes bleed damage. Wakizashi scales with dex, causes bleed damage, and of course Ashes of War can be applied here as well. Glintstone Kreese scales with dex and int, so it's dagger for wizards. Reduvia scales with arcane and dex, causes epic bleed damage, damage per hit, and DPS is top 1 among all daggers, by the way. And finally, Blade of Colin that scales with face and dex, has the strongest skill attack if you deal more than one in a row. Crit damage is very strong here. Well, I tried all Ashes of War you can actually use with daggers. I was looking for best damage overall and be able to break stance as fast as possible. Here I have a Blood Tax Ash of War and it's a good one, but not the best. The Carian Greatsword is a magical Ash of War. By the way, damage wise it is better than Glintstone Kreese skill attack, but lasts 2 times longer, so damage per hit wise Glintstone Kreese is still stronger. The Chilling Mist Ash of War loses to Carian Greatsword damage wise, and it takes the same 3 seconds to perform, so just big no unless I miss something with additional buffs. Make it 25% stronger and it would be the same. Flaming Strike Ash of War takes 1.5 seconds to perform, and damage wise is more or less the same as Carian Greatsword. Anyhow, faster you perform a skill attack, better. The Glintstone Pebble is the same Ash of War that we can have with Glintstone Kreese, but it does a little bit less damage. The Glintblade Phalanx Ash of War works differently and can be used as additional damage dealer with your main attack. What makes it better than everything before is a possibility to break stance of our enemies, on the second try in this case. And finally, the moment to deal crit damage has come. The Hot Frost Stamp that was nerfed a while back is garbage. I mean, what the actual duck is going on with this Ash of War? Buff it back. Among damage dealers is the worst option so far. Yes, you can do area damage with this one, but then just suck. The Lightning Ram looks like a joke, but it is actually quite OP. It outperforms every other Ash of War so far, but try to kill bosses with this one. The Sacred Blade Ash of War isn't a good damage dealer, needs to be buffed big time. Other weapons with holy damage kill this trope pretty easy, so it's not about his high holy resistance. The Spinning Slash Ash of War doesn't have a lot to offer as well. On your third combo you can actually break stance of this guy and crit his ass away. Oh no, okay. Definitely not the winner. The Stormblade Ash of War is quite fast, I would say, and deals better damage per second than most of them. One of the best. The Sword Dance Ash of War is kinda cause it is not powerful and kisses your stamina goodbye. No breaking stance either, so no, ciao. I mean, look, it is really bad. Oh, come on. The Thunderbolt Ash of War should be buffed like 50% more. Cause with this garbage you would never become a local Zeus. No breaking stance, no damage. Come on, developers. The vacuum slice Hoaroh is not super powerful damage-wise, but can break stance on your third try. Anyways, it doesn't have what it takes to be the best option. No. And the last one here is White Shadow's Loux. It is not a damage dealer actually. Personally, I see no benefits to use it in your endgame. Can be something good when your character is crazy underpowered. But for endgame, no. The one of the best Ashes of War is Flame of Redmanes. I buffed it up with Golden Vow and Flame grant me more than 20 views this time, please. So let's go. Damage wise or damage per hit wise, it is one of the best Ashes of War. Or the best one. Look at this power. Okay, let's try the same, but with crit damage. On the second blow, I break his stance. The guy goes down, and now it's time for crit. Okay, 2k I deal with a skill attack, and crit does 2k 948. In this case, I would say that crit damage is worse than skill attack, cause you kinda can kill him faster using your skill attacks, right? With no additional buffs from incantations and tier, I still can deal a whole bunch of damage. On the second blow, the dude goes down, and I can keep blow at him until he is blown away. He's getting up. Okay, now he's dead. Let's try again with no buffs, and this time let's try just normal attacks to finish him off. Okay. Let's get closer. Bam bam. So crit damage doesn't proc like the whole time. Sometimes it fails. And the second winner is Hoaroh Loux Earthshaker. It has a combo of 2 stamps that lasts like 5 seconds. If I use buffs, the dude goes down on my second stamp. Let's try the same, but this time I will go for crit damage. Go down, my friend. Okay, let's try. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. So I have conclusion. As for me, it is easier to kill enemies with just skill attacks. Let's talk about affinities. And the best option for Earthshaker would be Blood Affinity. Okie dokie. For Flame of Redmanes, there is no Blood Affinity, so I kinda go with a standard one, Fire Affinity. As for me, it is the best option among everything else. Oh. Let's try Hoaroh Loux Earthshaker with Blood Affinity. I go with no buffs to showcase one important change. This time the dude goes down on my third stamp, not the second one as before. If I go with buffs, the dude goes down on the second stamp. The skill attack itself is weaker now, though normal attacks are stronger and it can be a win-win strat. Now the Flame of Redmanes with no buffs. Of course, speaking of normal attacks getting stronger, I refer to bleed damage, and here it shows the dude is dying longer. Okay, so basically we have the best Ashes of War. Now let's compare all daggers if they are not buffed for not boss fights. Let's begin with Misericord. First, I go with Misericord with no Ashes of War to check how the Flame of Redmanes will affect damage provided by normal attacks. There is no bleed damage, and by spamming non-stop RT I can break his stance. Well, this blade will not win the competition, cause crit damage is not better than spamming skill attack anyways. On your left you can see how damage numbers changed. It became worse a little bit, but From another point, in case if you use just skill attacks, right? Break stance of the boss and then crit him, in this case yes, Misericord would be like the best option. But for normal mobs it sucks big time. Wakizashi. If with Misericord it took me like 22 hits to kill the dude, here I made only 17 hits. I have decided to use only Flame of Redmanes, cause with Earthshaker you kinda can use Blood Affinity and make them bleed with all daggers. I mean those that can be infused with Ashes of War. The Bloodstained dagger needs 18 hits to finish the job. So I would say that Wakizashi is better. It has better stats and bleed procs equally. In my case I have 80 strength and 80 dex, so objectively I can say which one is better at its max. Glintstone Chris did 20 hits before the dude died. And overall it is worse than Wakizashi. Its special attack isn't unique, though better than almost all Ashes of War you can use with daggers. For wizard builds it would be better to go with just magic, so Mr. Chris, this is end of the line for you. Blade of Colin could destroy the dude with only 18 hits. The skill attack isn't better than Earthshaker or Flame of Redmanes because it doesn't break stance. But still, I think it gets a special place in daggers only builds because of true power. Reduvia, it is a ducking monster. 12 hits and the dude is no more. It is the best option for destroying mobs so far. Of course, Blood Affinity for Earthshaker is a game changer. But let's actually try Reduvia and Wakizashi in boss fights. Here I power up a noob mod. Less dodging and more spamming skill button. I'm not doing it on purpose, I'm just a noob. But so far it goes well, as you see. If you think that it goes well. But the last hit and wait, bye. Okay. Let's try again. What is good about Reduvia, it deals a range attack with blood. Or whatever liquid it is. It is definitely the best dagger among those with locked skill. Of course I'm not done here because basically I'm level 491 and I know how to block all his hits with my face. But it's done. The skill attack of Earthshaker is something terribly OP and you don't even need to do normal attacks. The noob mod is still on, I'm still blocking his attacks with my face and I like it. But the guy is dead. Let's try again, but this time use a dagger, maybe. Cause why not? Okay, please get closer. Like this. And now let's try to do normal attacks. Oopsie. Oh, finally I could break his stance. And now he has no chance, right? Come on, dude. Yay! Okie dokie, this guy wants to run away, and it is totally okay, but I want to do something about this. So, Earthshaker is way better to deal with bosses, cause it is easier and faster. The Flame of Redmanes is pretty much OP as well, and I will show you later how. Ah yes, keep in mind the Earthshaker is mainly for new playthroughs with the same character, cause you need to defeat almost the final boss, right? Hoaroh or something like this. Now the Flame of Redmanes that you can get easier and it has better range actually. It is just a win-win strat for almost every boss you want to defeat. It can be tricky with Malenia because she is Blade of Mikola, but it is another story. Let's make him pensive and blow him away. Okay, let's try again. No, wait. Easy, easy. Hop. And ciao. Okay, I'm done. Let's try Earthshaker once again. I think the problem would be with range. If the area is quite open, I think you should try Flame of Redmanes. Indoors, you can use whatever you like. And here's an example with using a crit attack. You still kinda can use it, right? So let's try to do it. Boom! The guy is almost dead, but I can't hit him. Now yes. Here we have a Draconic Tree Sentinel, and let's deal with this guy as well. Finally, the best dagger of Elden Ring would be Wakizashi or Bloodstained Dagger, depends on the build, with Flame of the Redmanes for boss fights, and Reduvia or Wakizashi with Blood Affinity for normal mobs. That is all for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you later.